Hello everybody, welcome to the video. My name's Will. Today we're going to be talking about Hello everybody, welcome to the video. My name's Will. Today we're going to be talking about 10 tips and tricks that I've learned with my extensive experience lifting heavy circles and jerking off. As you can tell, I'm very experienced on the topic. So let's just get right into it. So everybody knows the goal of bodybuilding is hypertrophy or muscle growth, making your hoo-ha's larger, right? So hypertrophy happens because you put your muscles under stress. The individual cells and fibers, they break, and then satellite cells in your body, they multiply, and then they travel to the site. They fuse to the muscle cell, and they create more nuclei in the cell, which increases the size of it and also the strength, the contractile strength. All right, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys some tips that'll help with doing that. All right, so tip number 1 is you're gonna want to do 8 by 3 until you know what like reps and sets you should be doing for each exercise. Because even like to this day, I still do 8 by 3 for a lot of the exercises I do, just because it's, you know, it's easy to remember if you do it for everything, and it's pretty effective for every exercise. So tip number 2, you're going to want to work out with friends. Alright? Now you might not have any friends to work out with, but working out is a great excuse to find friends that have the same mindset as you and like do the same things as you, and also friends that are just better. Honestly, you can help with motivation. They can motivate you, and you can also learn a whole lot of things. I still learn at least one crucial thing every time I work out with somebody else. Even though I think I know like a lot, you're still learning every time you go to the gym, and especially if you go with somebody else, because they're gonna have something to say about your form, something to say about something, and it's gonna be useful to you. Like a couple of weeks ago, my buddy, I wasn't really feeling my quads in this squat we were doing, and he pointed out that I was leaning a little bit far forward and I need to bring my chest out and go a little bit more upright, and that drastically changed the squatting experience, and also just the size of my legs just exploded after that. So it's pretty insane. Also, a little bit of friendly competition never hurt nobody. Alright, if you're trying to lift more than your boy, you're gonna lift heavier than if you were alone. Right? Just simple. Third tip is posing and looking at yourself in the mirror. Posing helps develop a better sense of muscle awareness and control. When you contract a muscle in a specific way, you become more aware of how that muscle works and how you engage those specific muscles. This also helps with mind-muscle connection, which is a very important part of bodybuilding. I don't really know much about mind-muscle connection, but I know what it feels like, and I know that it's really important. Looking in the mirror, you can also assess your posture and muscle symmetry to know if you have to work on any specific muscles that may not be symmetrical. It will also improve your confidence. If you look jacked as fuck and you look in the mirror, you're gonna be like, I'm the man, right? That's what happens every time I do it. Also, if you're planning to actually do bodybuilding shows, how are you going to learn how to pose if you never practice? Tip number 4, stretch above all else. I'm not talking about stretching before you work out. Well, I mean, that's also important. Do a little bit of stretching, warm up at least. But I'm talking about the eccentric or lengthening phase of the exercise. Now, I consider this the most important part because it plays a critical role in muscle stimulation. The most force is applied to your muscle in its most lengthened part, right? And if you use more force on your muscle, that means there can be more micro tears, more trauma to the muscle, and that means more hypertrophy. Tip number 5, make YouTube videos, make YouTube shorts, make TikToks. I don't know. It will help you stay accountable. It will give you motivation with people commenting all sorts of nice things. Thank you guys. And also, even like the hate comments, that's even motivating as well, because honestly it kind of feels good because you like feel like people are seeing your stuff and you're actually getting somewhere. And also it might take you somewhere in the world. Like, it might make you money eventually, which is my goal. So, hit the like button and subscribe if you want to. Thanks. Tip number 6, on the cut, use the sauna. Be in the sauna for like an hour. You'll sweat out all of your liquid and it'll be awesome. Tip number 7, work at a gym, right? I got a job front desk at the gym and it's fucking awesome, bro. You'll be in there every day, so there's no excuse to skip out. My boss actually lets me work out while I'm working, which is, I'm not actually doing any work. He just lets me go. It's fucking sick, but your gym probably won't let you do that. But you'll be there every day, so there's no excuse to skip out. And you get to learn from other people that you see. Tip number 8 is a little bit more specific to chest exercises. I said this in a short earlier, but basically I've found that on every chest exercise you do, you're going to want to visualize your bicep going in to your rib cage, like as far as you can. And the mind muscle connection, like I talked about earlier, you're going to visualize your muscle contract to its most contractedness, if that makes sense. Number 9, rest pause training. A technique where you can push your sets past failure by taking 10 to 15 minutes after 10 to 15 seconds after you've hit failure, taking a couple breaths and getting a couple more reps in. I'm always thinking, how can I push harder on this? My muscles have already given out. I can't do any more. 2 breaths, 3 breaths, that's all you need. Do a couple more. Then you'll be like failure version 2. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be nuts. Okay, so tip number 10. This is the last tip for you guys. Supersetting unilateral and bilateral exercises. So supersetting usually consists of 2 exercises back to back with little to no rest in between. A good way to maximize core stability muscles and hypertrophy is to pair a unilateral exercise, which involves one limb or side of the body, with bilateral exercises, which incorporate both. So an example of this would be a Bulgarian split squat with a dumbbell squat. That's all I have for today, guys. I hope you have a great night or morning or afternoon, and I'll see you guys in the next one.